Jen, did I tell you that I decided I might start going to therapy so that I can learn to deal with people who should be going to therapy?
That'd be a good. That's exactly where you need to be to get the help for those people to deal with those people.
Bless their hearts.
So much energy. Put in your booby rocks.
Live your best life. Keep doing you.
So much energy. Let's stick together with some high kicks. Wow, wow. All right, everybody, welcome to this episode of So Much Energy. We're super excited this week. Well, I am. I don't know what the other two people are doing. But it's me, your host, Jenny McKinney, and I'm here with my brother, Jeff Jones.
Jen, thanks for having me. I am happy to be here. I am.
Beer therapy session. All right, and this week we have a fun new guest, our buddy, Chris Corrado from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Welcome, Chris.
Hello, J and J. Thanks for having me on.
All right, good times. Do you want to kind of introduce yourself or tell us a little bit about you and like what you have going on in life?
Sure. So, Chris Corrado out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Born and raised in Flushing, Queens. So, not to fool anybody when you hear me say certain things like coffee, people like, that does not sound like a Southern twang. It is not. So I do a lot of things, mostly in the entertainment world, producing shows, everything from comedy, even added on drag, music, trying to add all different types of music, bands, singers, musicians, next moving into burlesque. I do comedy myself. The other things I don't do, I don't sing, dance, or anything like that. It would just be really scary. My comedy's already scary enough. And I'm also a boxing coach and ring announcer. And I also sell insurance, different types of insurance. So I stay busy.
Yeah, awesome. What's your favorite part of all of that?
Just when you have a good vibe with people, regardless of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to build relationships.
Yeah. Are you looking for any ring boys, like to hold the sign in a Speedo? Because Jeff Jones was asking about that.
Yep. When she said you were affiliated with boxing, I was just asking her if there's any chance you could need a 44-year-old ring boy who's more than happy to wear a Speedo.
Sorry, Jeff.
Oh, so close, so close.
Dang. Maybe like skinny guy burlesque. Maybe.
I look great in a boa. Dang. What? I'm just missing it. I've just missed most of this.
What is it, like 43 is the cutoff? So
Most of them are already retired by then.
Yeah. If he was 45, I would have said the cutoff was 44. So
yeah. Okay, I see where this is
going.
We'll
find something else for you.
Is it because of the beard?
It doesn't help.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
He's not super hairy. He said that earlier.
Just right here.
Oh man, good times. So when you're producing comedy shows and having a good time, do you like to do comedy, like perform stand-up comedy, or do you like to produce comedy?
I like the hosting aspect of it. Just come on, do my 5 to 7, and then just let the other performers do their thing. Because especially if I go to a certain venue once a month or every other month, I don't want to just take up too much of the show because I'm going to be there every time. So
gotcha.
let the folks that aren't going to be there again for at least a few months get some time in there.
Yeah. Do you ever just announce comedians coming up like as boxers? Do you ever just?
Sometimes I do say their name really long like that, to get people into it.
Yeah. That's funny. Do you kind of find like the crowd is similar at the events? You can have like super rowdy crowds or super chill crowds or...
Absolutely. And I've noticed that boxing hecklers can be even worse than comedy hecklers.
Oh, Yeah.
Now, when you're a boxing trainer,
I do some coaching. Yeah.
Some coaching. Now, have you boxed yourself?
Yeah, I've had 4 amateur fights. It's been a while since I've competed, but I have in the past.
No doubt.
Jeff Jones and I used to have those when we were growing up.
Yep, I put her through my closet wall.
Whoa. Okay.
And then I had to come out of the closet real quick. Get out of there. Through the wall.
Was that so you could have rooms that connect? Is that what the point of that was?
Oh, yeah, like a little Jack and Jill room.
We did have these little phones that went from room to room, just in our rooms. It was like these. I think we got them at KB, but we used them to play Battleship.
Yeah.
KB Toy Store. Wow.
Yeah.
KB Toys. We used them to play Battleship from room to room. We just sit there on the phone and be like A7.
Yeah, when we were supposed to be in bed, but we ran the phones.
Yeah, we got caught a lot and grounded a lot.
A lot.
You're gonna get that. Gonna get that.
Do you have family with you in South Carolina?
Yeah, most of my siblings except one live in the Carolinas.
Oh, okay. That's fun. Are they kind of in the same genre as you, or they're just doing their own thing?
They're doing their own thing.
Okay.
There's a big age difference because I always like to refer to myself as a mistake from a second marriage.
Oh, at least second attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably got away with a lot more.
Right.
Yeah, but that's when I think my mom was really just getting too tired to argue and fight. So unless it was really bad, she kind of just let it go.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Got to pick your battles.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Literally.
Now, when you're promoting stuff, whether it's a stand-up comedy show or a band or a burlesque show or anything, now do you deal with the same venues? I mean, is a lot of that stuff at the same venues, or like is it more dealing with the venue as opposed to tracking down a location?
There's a couple of venues that I'll use for everything, and then some I just stick with comedy with. It's something I'm building. It takes time because I've been doing comedy, a lot longer, and then the other different types of entertainment, haven't been doing as much. So I'm building on that too.
Nice.
What are your favorite events to promote?
Oh wow. I'd have to say all of it. I can't say I like any more than the other. It's just the idea of promoting something just keeps me happy.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So if you run out of people to promote, you just stand out at the corner like the little wiggly guy?
I probably should try that. It might help.
Yeah. It probably would work for insurance, right?
Could be.
They sell a lot of cars up here that are using them.
Yeah.
Whatever gets their attention.
Jeff Jones, do you have a game that you want to play?
Jen, I do.
Okay.
All right. This game is going to be 3 rounds. Jen,
okay.
I will keep score. Do you have a timer, though? I did not grab my timer.
Oh, yeah. I have one here. Yep.
This game is going to consist of 3 rounds. The first round is going to be 1 minute of 80s and 90s trivia questions to Chris, and then 1 minute of 80s, 90s trivia questions to you.
Okay.
And the second round will all be trivia questions based around boxing. And then after boxing, the third round, the final round, will be stand-up round. It'll be all trivia questions based on stand-up comedians.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Are you ready for this, Chris?
As ready as I can be. Watch me embarrass myself, but I do that every day anyway.
Oh, you're all right. It's 80s and 90s trivia. It's stuff you may know, you may not know.
Yeah.
Some of these, I even was looking at them, and I couldn't get them. And it was weird.
Oh, thanks.
Some of them. It was more, they got, I'm going to skip them. They were the political questions about who was the first so-and-so in the Senate in 1982. And you're like, what? And then when you hear the name, you're like, I've kind of heard that name before, I guess. Things like that. Pass. Yep. All right, Jen, you got 1 minute on the clock.
Okay.
All right, Chris. What was the highest grossing film of the 80s?
Star Wars, Return of the Jedi?
E.T.
Oh.
The first cellular phone system became available in America in 1983. How much did the phone weigh?
20 pounds.
Oh, 2 pounds. What is Nike's famous slogan that was coined in 1988?
Just do it.
Yep. Doc Brown and Marty McFly are the main characters in what well-known 80s film?
Back to the Future.
In 1989, Nintendo released a handheld video game player called
Game
what?
Boy.
In what year did Prince Charles and Lady Diana get married?
1986.
81. What is the name of the 1985 comedy drama about a group of high schoolers in detention?
Oh, Breakfast Club.
How many of the Star Wars films were released in the 1980s?
1. No, 2.
2. We'll give it to him.
Oh, time's up. Time's up.
All right.
Ooh, good.
Yep.
Good.
Chris, you got 6.
Oh,
Okay.
6. Shoot.
Yep. All right, Jen.
Okay. A lot of pressure here.
Put 1 minute on the clock.
Okay. I'll hit it after you finish the question.
All right.
Okay.
What is the name of the group responsible for the Macarena?
I don't know.
Los Del Rio. What 1990s teen movie was retitled after a Britney Spears song?
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Drive Me Crazy? What's the infamous haircut inspired by a must-see TV sitcom?
Mullet.
I'll give you a clue. It's from Friends.
Oh. No. I don't know what it's called.
The Rachel.
Oh.
What was the first animated feature film to be nominated for Best Picture? Beauty and the Beast. The Dream Team won Olympic gold in what event?
Basketball.
Yep. Good question.
Oh, time's up.
Let me ask you one more. What was the federal minimum wage for most of the 1990s?
$3.
$4.25. I knew that somehow. I think that's because I made $4.25.
Oh, that's silly.
All right, Jen, you got 3.
Oh, that's terrible.
All right, going to round 2, the boxing round. I was excited to find these questions too.
Yeah. All right.
was.
I feel like Chris is gonna get smoked here.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Don't count on it.
Jen, I think you secretly, I bet you know a lot about boxing. No?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready on the timer.
All right, Chris. Where was boxing first introduced as an organized sport?
Philadelphia.
Oh, hold on, I got options. Ethiopia, Rome, Greece, or Babylon?
Oh, let's go with Babylon.
Greece. What is the fastest knockout ever recorded in a title fight?
2 seconds.
11 seconds. Sorry. What boxer famously said that he should be a postage stamp because he was the only way he'd ever get licked?
Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali, it is. What boxer killed a man in the ring? Jake LaMotta, Sugar Ray Robinson, Mike Tyson, Sonny Liston.
Jake LaMotta.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Who is the only heavyweight boxing champion to retire with an undefeated record?
Rocky Marciano.
It is Rocky Marciano. What was the most rounds ever in a single boxing match?
100.
1985, it was 276. That's a lot of
Good
rounds.
Lord.
What unusual tactic did Mike Tyson try during a 1997 boxing match against Evander Holyfield?
Bit his ear.
He did bite his ear. What boxer holds the
Time.
record for youngest professional debut? Let me get you options. Baby Arizmendi, Jack Dempsey, Kid Laredo, Teddy Beldick.
Let's go with Dempsey.
It was Baby Arizmendi.
I probably
Alberto.
said that with the youngest.
Oh, yep. He's 10 years old.
Good Lord.
Yep. All right, Jen.
Silly. Okay.
Chris, you got 3. Jen, you got to beat 3.
Okay.
If you need options, let me know. Some
Yeah,
of them
I do.
have options. Well, I know. I figured you
Okay.
would look at you. All right, Jen. Who is the only boxer to ever win a round without throwing a punch? Is it Mayweather, Pep, Greb, or Whitaker?
I'll go Mayweather.
It was Pep.
Damn.
Yep. What boxer was nicknamed Hands of Stone? Marciano, Hearns, Duran, or Mancini?
I'll go with number 4.
Nope, it was Duran, number 3. Who was the first fighter to defeat Mike Tyson as a professional? Was it Holyfield, Norris, Bruno, or Douglas?
Douglas.
It was Buster Douglas. Look at you. What animal did Gus Waldorf fight in an official boxing match? A kangaroo, a gorilla, a bear, or an orangutan?
Ooh, I'll go a bear.
It was a bear. The bear was muzzled.
Oh.
What was the nickname of the 1974 boxing match that pitted
I'm
undefeated world heavyweight champion George Foreman against Muhammad Ali? What was the nickname of it?
nickname of the fight?
Yeah, there was a name for it.
I don't know. I'm blanking out.
I know it.
Go
what
ahead.
do you got there, Chris?
Not that it counts, but Rumble in the Jungle.
It is Rumble in the Jungle, Jen. Jen, you got 2.
Okay.
All right. After 2 rounds, that brings our total. Chris with total of 9. Jen, total of 5. Total of 5.
Oh, it's like a Dolly Parton. 9 to 5.
9 to 5. All right. Going back to Chris for the final round, the stand-up round. All questions are about stand-up comedians, stand-up comedy. What comedian was best known for his rant on the 7 words you can't say on TV? Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy.
George Carlin.
It was George Carlin. Who said this? There's no such thing as soy milk. It's just soy juice.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Oh, Louis Black.
Oh.
What comedian grossed $50 million with his stand-up concert film? Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy, or Richard Pryor?
Eddie Murphy.
It was Eddie Murphy.
Nice.
This raunchy comedian made his television debut. What's that?
Andrew Dice Clay.
No. Debut on the variety show On Broadway Tonight. Richard Pryor, George Carlin, or Andrew Dice Clay? I didn't.
Oh, it's not Andrew Dice Clay then?
No. I didn't realize he was an option there, but no, it wasn't.
Oh, that's Richard Pryor.
It is Richard Pryor.
Okay, time.
What was Rodney Dangerfield's signature line? I can't get no respect. I don't get no respect. I can't get respect.
I don't get no respect.
I don't get no respect is right. Chris, you got 4.
Okay.
4.
Dang.
Nice.
Nice. Good job.
All right.
Good job.
All right, Jen, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Jen, stand up round.
Okay.
Minute on the clock.
Yep.
What female comedian's biography is titled The Bedwetter? Sarah Silverman, Amy Schumer, Chelsea Handler.
Oh, Amy Schumer.
Nope, Sarah Silverman.
Duh.
What successful stand-up comedian got one of his first big screen roles playing Pookie in New Jack City? Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, Martin Lawrence.
Oh shoot. I want to go Chris Rock. I don't remember that movie though.
It was Chris Rock.
Okay.
Look at you. True or false? Friends of comedian Andy Kaufman claim he faked his death in 1984.
True.
That is true. This angry chain-smoking comedian became well known for his act No Cure for Cancer. Dennis Leary, George Carlin, Andrew Dice Clay.
The first one.
Dennis Leary?
Yeah.
It is Dennis Leary. What politically opinionated satirist and comedian has a weekly cable TV show on HBO? Trevor Noah, Bill Maher, Samantha Bee.
Trevor Noah.
Nope, Bill Maher.
Just kidding.
All right, Jen, let me total up the totals.
Okay.
Chris, you got a total of 13. Jen, you got a total of 8. Chris, you are today's winner.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Do I win a toaster oven?
Yeah.
It's
A teal one.
a teal and pink one.
Oh, sweet.
Looks great on the counter.
And in the bathtub.
Cool.
Oh man, good times. Well, Chris, what going back to some comedy questions real quick. What are how would you define your style of comedy?
I say corny and inappropriate.
Do you ever have people come up and approach you about your comedy?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've had everything from good and bad stuff said to me.
What's the worst thing that somebody said? I mean, unless it's traumatic, then you don't have to share. But
Worst thing ever said.
or that you felt was I can't believe you just said those words.
Nah, I don't know if anything has ever really surprised me, but I remember when I first started, somebody supposedly said I was never going to make it, and here I am 13 years later still not making it, but at least I didn't give up.
Right. Oh man.
I was just going to ask him, is there any way people can contact you or get a hold of you if they do you seek out bands and things like that? Things for bookings?
You look up Corrado Show and send me a message there on Facebook or Instagram, my last name and show.
Oh yeah, let's talk about your shirts, your merch.
Yeah, so we do have the I Survived the Corrado Show shirts. I mean, when you first start doing comedy, like anything else, you just go with who's going to take you. So I've done comedy in places you would have never ever imagined there would be comedy, and sometimes it could be scary.
Yeah. So when you say you would never have expected, is it just like in a scary location, or just like weird venue, or both, or?
Depending on who you ask, both. I mean, a lot of times it was just a small bar in the middle of nowhere where you wouldn't think anybody would really want to stop and listen to comedy. They just want to play music and smoke and drink and just hang out.
Yeah.
And be loud, but some of these places, if you brought funny enough people, they'd pay attention.
Yeah. I find that too when you're at a venue, and I don't understand how people go to a comedy show and they just keep talking. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. And so as a host or even a promoter, do you find that as time goes on that it gets a little more frustrating?
Yeah, it does help when you just do venues that are ticketed, because usually when people are ticketed, people are more likely to pay attention. But if you could if you could do a place that has no cover, but create a culture where people are like, hey, it's only once a month or once every couple of months, just be quiet for like an hour and a half. It's really not a big deal.
Right. Yeah, I just don't understand. Excuse me, there's been plenty of shows that we've been to, and I'm thinking like, I can't believe how many people are talking. Or where I've been at a comedy show and I'm laughing so loud. The last time there was a lady in front of me and she kept turning around, and this was her every time. She'd be like all nasty, just spinning her head right at me. And I'm like, we're at a comedy show. It's funny.
Well, you have a very distinct laugh too. I noticed that the time I met you, and I was just like, you kind of want to pay attention to you just for that.
Yeah, I think maybe she didn't appreciate. Maybe her ear was bleeding, is what happened.
You'll be okay.
I was just wondering. So, did you have a girlfriend now?
Yes.
Okay. Did you guys meet at a show that you produced, or were kind of hosting or anything?
No. That's not how we met. No.
No.
It was through an app.
Oh, gotcha. Like a banking app? Like you're just like,
Sure.
Hey, you got money, I got money, let's get together.
Well, we don't have any money. Let's get together so we can have the money.
Right. Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
A nickel and she has a nickel. We can rub it together and hopefully get a dime, right?
Oh man, good stuff. Oh man, I'm just having a hot flash just thinking, laughing at two nickels rubbing together.
Whatever does it for you, Jen.
So do you have any shows coming up that we can talk about, or try to help get people there?
Yeah, always do. Tomorrow night, the next show I have is a comedy show. It's at LA Tap Room, which is in Lancaster. Which, if you're from this area, you don't pronounce it Lancaster, you pronounce it Lancaster. So I get made fun of a lot because I'm told to go back home to Pennsylvania. Not that I'm from there, but that's where Lancaster is. This is Lancaster down here. But it is a bar in the rural. Oh, I mean, it's more downtown. No, there's no cover to get in, so but we've created a culture there that, for the most part, it's every 3 months.
Okay.
People know every 3 months there's a comedy show here. So obviously January, April, July, October.
Okay.
They know, okay, a Friday night this month there's going to be a comedy show, and we just be quiet for an hour and a half, and because I bring some good people, like I'm pretty sure you know the guy that's headlining tomorrow night. It's Carlos Valencia.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure you at least heard of him.
Yep.
He's been doing comedy a long time, and he's good. So it's like, just listen, because he has some very, clever stuff.
Right.
And then I got 4 other comedians, just doing some guest spots, to get the warm up before Carlos gets up there. So usually the same folks that'll be there. I see them every 3 months, so they know. There's this one guy there that he doesn't even really let me do a set. I think he just likes the attention, so I just roast him the whole time. And he just seems to really like being publicly humiliated. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to do my set. I'm just going to make fun of you. And he's like, that's okay. I'm like, if that's what you want, people are laughing about it, I'll roast you.
Yeah. And he keeps coming back.
Yeah.
And you don't get stabbed in the parking lot, so that's good.
No, and there's no parking lot. It'd be on the street.
Yeah. even worse.
Maybe do it in front of town hall, maybe.
Do you have any other boxing events coming up?
Yeah, so in Rock Hill on the 22nd of this month, I'll be ring announcing at some amateur fights. So amateurs, everything from, kids to adults competing. So,
man, what would be great? This is an event you might want to think about, like a parent and a child boxing match. I think that's what should need to be happening sometime. You know what I mean? Just let them duke it out.
Like father versus sons.
I don't know if they'll be the same weight class. It may be a 200-pound dad beating up on a 30-pound-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Well, then it would just be like a gaggle of all the children, like the neighborhood kids that the dad has been rude to. You get to get all the kids at once and then versus the dad. Yeah.
About a year ago at work, I put up a bunch of posters I made I was trying to get apprentice pit fights. We have there's 10 different skill trades where I work, and I was going to have people pit their apprentices against each other down in the truck well, but you could bring whatever tool was appropriate for your skill trade. And then the office told me that I can't promote apprentices pit fighting. I said we were going to do it after hours at night.
Sounds legit to me. I mean, it's not on company time.
No, I brought it up at a work meeting, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to make posters for this. So I did. And then I got told, quit putting your posters up, and can you please take them down and not fight your apprentices against each other?
Ooh. Who knew?
I know.
We're like, this is being a good mentor.
Yeah. I didn't even have an apprentice. It was just me. I was one of the few people that didn't have apprentices, probably because of this reason.
Yeah. They took yours away. You got grounded.
Oh, well.
Well, hey, Chris, where can people find you?
Like
other than in the street.
Yeah. Just look up Corrado Show. That'll work.
Yeah. And can you spell that for people?
Sure. It's C-O. Then there are 2 R's. A-D-O.
Awesome. Yeah. Do you sell merch? Do you have anywhere to buy merch or anything, or you have to go to the show to be getting a t-shirt?
I haven't built a website yet, although I know I need to. So, yeah, typically there. But if somebody were to reach out to me and ask me if I can mail it to them, I've done that before, too.
Okay. Gotcha. That's awesome. Well, I'm digging your t-shirt you have on now. I was born on July 4th.
Yeah.
In America.
Time. Yeah, here. I was born here. Yeah.
A lot of people think she's Canadian, given how she acts.
They do. I get that a lot here in Tennessee. People are like, "Are y'all from Canada?" I'm like, "No, we're not from Canada. Although we you in your maple leaf?"
Grew up like 40 minutes south of Canada. Don't act like it's like you're.
Oh yeah.
You're only 40 minutes south of Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're like.
But I guess it's a compliment because when Canadians visit, I guess they're nicer. So that's why
they're some of the nicest ass people I've met have been Canadian. Some of them.
So, Jeff, you plan to move down this way, or you like it better where you're at?
No, I do not like it here at all.
Oh.
I'm not sure what the plan is, where we're going, but neither of us like living where we do.
So you're still in your hometown, or no?
About 15 minutes from it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah.
What part of Michigan?
Just about 40 minutes north of Detroit.
Okay.
About there.
We're like over here.
Yeah, I know. I could do this to you, but I don't want to. I don't know if that matters. Show you my hand and points of my hand where I live. But yeah,
I call it the murder mitten.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Detroit's like right across the river from Canada. We're about half hour, 40 minutes from Detroit, and then right across the bridge or tunnel is Canada. You can go over there. Better dance clubs, better bowling alleys. They got 5-pin bowling. They only use 5 pins, and the balls are about the size of a little bocce ball. There's no holes.
Okay.
Oh, they have duck pin bowling here. They just got that. It's duck pin, so the balls are like, you don't even have finger holes in them, but they're about the size of a little bit bigger than a croquet ball.
Yeah, that's what a Canadian bowling ball is. Oops,
yeah, and then you just throw it, but the pins are like marionettes.
Like on strings, and it pulls them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Canadian bowling.
Oh.
I've seen that before.
5-pin bowling. The pins even have rubbers around like that, around them. So when they hit each other, and that sucks them up, and then it sets back down the ones you didn't touch.
Yeah.
I thought I've seen that before. Okay.
And the balls, what I like about it, and what really drew me to it, was the balls roll back between the lanes. I like seeing the ball come rolling back on top of the lane.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. The
It's
pins
the
are
little
really
thing.
funny. They are like marionettes just slapping each other, and then sometimes they get all caught around each other.
Yeah. Yeah. We grew up in a family of bowlers. We come from a long line of bowlers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any sports themed events in your family there, Chris?
Sport themes events.
Or did you just grow up around boxing?
No. I became more. I just ended up liking martial arts more. My brothers were more into like playing baseball and softball and hockey and football, and I ended up playing basketball. Not that I was any good at it. And then I just got really into martial arts. So I'm very different than my brothers in that aspect.
Oh, okay. So they just take you as backup when they go places.
Yeah, right.
I was in karate for 7 years growing up.
It's really good for you to do
It
some
was.
type of martial art.
I was almost a ninja.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I was a red belt though. I was like a few belts, a few stripes away from a black belt. But at the
Beverly
time,
Hills Ninja. You could be like Beverly Hills Ninja.
I could.
Tell your family, look, I'm going to make like a ninja and disappear out of Michigan.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Where are you going? Walk around the cornfields." You ain't gonna get past cornfield. You get lost. You always get turned around. You got to come back to where the noise is.
It's the same
Think
thing.
about children in the corn when you say that.
Yeah, that you go on a cornfield at night in the dark by yourself, smoke a joint, you start hearing things.
Oh, really?
Well, like the ears are talking to you.
I don't know. Sometimes I think it's the horse neighs coming from a distance. There's a lot of horse farms around out here too, and coyotes. I don't know what's up with the coyotes this year, but they've been on fleek and they're moving closer.
Whoa.
Which usually they stay pretty far at bay from the property, but
They won't bother
they
people
sound-
though, right?
What's that?
They're more tamer on people. They'll just go for like your pets, right? Like chickens and
Coyotes? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're skittish as shit. There are people that have been attacked by coyotes, but that's not often. But yeah, they'll easily eat our chickens. They'll carry a dog away. Like,
Shoot.
yep. Yeah.
That's crazy. We
Talk
have
the
big
wife into
birds
getting
here.
more chickens.
big
Like-
bird.
Big birds?
Like big bird, yeah, like turkey buzzards and stuff flying around. I gotta keep an eye on the dogs. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And then when when it started getting warm and you go outside and the birds are super loud, and I'm like, don't they go south? And I'm like, oh, that's here. We're south.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are south.
Chris, when you moved from New York to, how long have you been in South Carolina?
99.
Years?
Yeah, no, since 1999.
And you moved from Queens?
Yeah.
Oh man, was that like culture shock?
Oh, yeah, especially when people wave to you that you don't know.
You say people waving to you?
They do that here.
Yeah, they're just nice.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
there's like 200 people where you live, so you should probably know everybody.
Yeah, that's why we don't wave.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't. I try not to. It's just me.
Because then when you wave, it's like an invitation to talk. and
Well,
you're
the
like,
problem
oh,
is then you stop, and they stop you, and they will talk to you forever. The
Yeah.
true story. This just happened yesterday. I got on my way home from work. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take Jethro, our dog, for a walk when I get home. I come home. Jethro's not here. He went for a car ride with the wife. Other dog. We just got a new dog 2 months ago.
Mhm.
McBriar. So I'm like, all right, I'll take McBriar outside. And I was thinking, hey, we'll head to the cornfields. I'll take him through the woods, cornfields. I go out the back door. Our closest neighbor is like maybe, I don't know, 100, 200 yards away. But between our houses, there's a berm where she dumps just a bunch of brush. It's on my property, but I don't say anything. But at the same time, it's like, what are you doing, man? Dump it in your own. You got enough. Anyways.
Yeah.
So she sees me and she's like, oh, Jeff, come out. I go out there and she starts talking to me. Hour and a half. I was sucked into this for an hour and a half. I don't mind talking to people for that long, but I was just trying to go outside and expect all this. I just got home from work. Hour and a half. I had to hear about their camper. Tore up all the flooring in the camper. Do I know how to put flooring down in a camper? Can I give them a contact? Do I know anybody to put flooring in a camper? No.
That's crazy. Are you close with your neighbors, Chris?
yeah, I live in the townhome, and there's 11 other units, so we're fine. I've a little talk here and there, but nothing crazy. Just nothing too personal, but not impersonal.
Oh, okay. We're pretty tight with our neighbors. We're on a cul-de-sac. There's like 8 houses on our cul-de-sac, but when I laugh, it just echoes off everybody's house, and then
I
they all.
believe that.
Yeah. Out here, it would just carry across the cornfield. It would too.
So we're close with our neighbor. He looks like Colonel Sanders. He's funny, little Mr. Bill over there. Yeah.
You want to hear something? Oh, you want to hear something weird? And this has happened probably about 6 times since the beginning of the year. Is somebody out in the woods has been blaring Metallica, and they play one song at full volume, and it's not enough time to even find like where it's coming from.
Whoa.
One song, but it's happened about 6 times.
Just random
I hear your accent now, Jeff.
What's that?
You have I hear some type of accent you have.
Nope, just Michigan.
There must be. Well, you must have something out there because the way you said Metallica, you like Metallica.
Metallica?
Metallica?
I don't know. Metallica.
Yeah. Oh, I say towel. You say tail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We do say kind of like harsher letters, I think. Like, how do you say tour?
Tour?
Yeah.
Tour.
Like we say tour.
Like I'm going on tour?
Yeah.
Mm.
People are like, why do you say it like that? Is it a oneer or a tour?
We also grew up with a dad who just says shit the most messed up way you can. Like, hey, hand me that towel. Like, hand you a towel?
Yeah.
And he's like, it's towel. That's what he's trying to get you to hand. Yeah, I know, right?
Or like he pills potatoes. Like it sounds like he says P-I-L-L-S. Like he
Instead of
pills them. Yeah.
He actually grew up in Tennessee though, so I mean he's kind of that could just
give
be
him a pass.
He gets a pass because he's hilarious.
Yeah. And he's hard of hearing from working at GM for 30 years, so.
Yeah, you're gonna get that.
Yeah. Maybe he's the one blaring Metallica.
It's random, and it's usually at night, and I have no idea where it's coming from because there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. That's why if there was anything out there, even if it was like, oh, there's a road I know of 2 miles straight back, then I would assume somebody's coming in off of that road and just blaring Metallica. But it's not like they're hanging out. It's don't even get me started.
Chris, do you believe in Bigfoot?
You know what? There's no proof he exists. There's no proof he doesn't exist.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. That is probably the most spot on accurate answer he could have gave.
Did you just become best friends?
Why? It can't be. It's not impossible that there could be a smarter, I guess he'd be considered a primate like us and gorillas and monkeys, right?
Yeah.
So what's to say there's not a lot of them, but enough to where they know how to, like the Pacific Northwest is, people don't just roam, people roam there, but it's not like populated, so who knows?
Right.
I know.
There it is.
We're going to the Bigfoot conference in July.
That's cool.
Yeah. In Tennessee there.
Yeah. You should come over. It's in Gatlinburg. That's not that far.
They said that they can never disprove that video was authentic or not.
Right.
No. That famous video from the 60s?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say the Zapruder film, but that was the JFK one. It's Patterson. Sorry, it's the Patterson film. The Gimler Patterson, the two guys that filmed it. Yep, it was like 1976.
I thought it was older than that.
I think it was from 76.
Okay.
Maybe 72?
Let's take a look. That's the beauty of Google, right?
Yep. Look up Patterson films. Get to the bottom of this.
That's why that's why I kept an old phone. I use it for other stuff too. Can't call anybody, but I can do everything else with it.
My past 2 phones I use for alarm clocks. One's a BlackBerry, the roller ball.
Yeah.
On it, and then one was a slide phone, the kind that used to slide open.
Yeah.
1967.
67.
Oh shoot! You're dyslexic.
Yep. And they've tried to recreate that, and they've tried to get like the most athletic person they could to move like that, and you can't.
Yeah.
Because it's weird.
That is weird. That's crazy. Well, hey, maybe wouldn't that be cool if like Bigfoot just showed up with I Survived a Corrado show shirt on?
That'd be absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe John Lithgow will go, however you pronounce it, will be in it too, like Harry and the Hendersons.
Most stuff I know about Bigfoot I learned from Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Chris, is there anything else you want to add before we head out?
Oh, what are those political questions? I was curious.
Oh,
really?
I'm just curious if I know them.
Oh, man. I may have X'd out of those. Hang on. Oh,
if you did,
I did. Yeah, I did because I had all these windows open on my phone, and after I set them, I X'd them out.
Oh shoot!
I would be curious. I do have a political show that I've interviewed some people on. It's not really something I did for a living, but just for fun. So politics keep me interested. I'm really looking forward to the Republican debates because it's just fun to watch. And yeah. I'm telling you, those debates with Biden and Trump are some of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I didn't watch it to be educated. I didn't watch it to decide who I like better. I just want to laugh.
Right.
It is good times.
All right, Toots. Well, hey, thanks so much for being here. It was super fun chatting with you. I'm excited for like all the fun stuff that you have. And hey, tell our buddy Don Garrett that we said hi.
Sure. Hopefully, I'll see Don soon. He stays pretty busy himself.
I know. I check in with that guy every now and then.
Have to.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. We'll see ya.
All right.
Nice
bye-bye.
meeting you.
Definitely. You too.